us no more. That baby son, to God these lies we see. And paradise untouched by man, within this world goes with us. A simple life, they didn't teach. Something focus that we don't
Hey, Pope!
Hey,
Welcome finally to the Forbidden Episode 5. This is our third crack at this?
Yes, this is our third crack at the fifth episode of the William Hung Power Hour, your one-stop shop for all things William Hung related. And also...
Power Hour!
And somehow already forgotten about that bit. You fucking hit me with it less than 24 hours ago.
Well, I mean, screw it. It'll give us a little something to talk about here. You know, we'll talk about our mishaps earlier in the week.
Yeah, full peek behind the curtain here, folks. This is deadass our third attempt at, well, technically, this is our second attempt at recording the episode, because yesterday we didn't even, get to hit the record.
That's right.
You know, the first one was a total clusterfuck, but, the second one was fucking dope. But I'll go ahead and...
No, at least the second time was a good reason, but, the first time, I'll take full blame for this. This is completely on me. My bad, y'all. Basically, we go to record it on Tuesday. I'm a little groggy, not quite with it. But I'm still trying to power through it, and we're getting nowhere in conversation pretty fast, not unlike now, but,
it had become fairly obvious to us within the first 15 minutes that we had completely exhausted everything, that we had. In fairness, I felt like I was kind of on for that first 15 minutes. I completely forgot what that first thing I was ranting and raving about was that took you out of it, but I felt pretty good about it, but we blew our wad way too early. We needed to fucking edge that one out,
Yeah, I agree. And about 20 minutes in, I kind of made an executive call or an audible there. I was like, all right, we're going to go into substitute teacher mode. We're going to do a watch-along, because this is a format that I enjoy with Conrad Thompson and Tony Schiavone on What Happened When, because they just kind of watch old wrestling and bust each other's balls. It works for wrestling!
Well, here's the thing. A riff track thing, I believe, works pretty fucking well. With a little bit of time and planning and familiarity with what you're watching, for example, I don't think that any of, the actual riff tracks or any of the Mystery Science Theater 3000 things or anything of that ilk, I don't think that anyone's, actually doing those on the fly with a movie they've never seen, ... unless they are drunk. I have seen that format work a whole lot, but us not being sauced off our mind, I think it would actually pay off to, sit down and watch that together.
Yeah, you know what? I agree.
Start to hash out, ideas of what jokes could be type thing. And, not even, actually sit down and script it or anything, but just, get ideas for what could be improv. Improv with an asterisk, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, at least, kind of like hopping in the ring before the show and, running the ropes and hitting the corners and maybe working through a spot or two.
Yeah. Give it in a dry run before you get all hot and heavy in the match. All right, well, that got really gay really quick.
Hey,
but you know what I was going for.
I'll give you a dry run. I don't even know what that means.
What the hell is a dry run? Back in
Urban
my day,
Diction-
we were all baby oiled up. You mean to tell me you're doing it dry now?
Jamie, what's a dry run? Jamie, look up dry runs. We're gonna figure this out. No, So basically, we go into this Plan 9 from outer space wildly unprepared. And like you said, this could be fun if we actually put some thought into it.
I mean, I have no doubt that it can be fun because I think that Plan 9 from Outer Space is genuinely one of the most riff-tracked movies of all time because it is in the public domain and notorious for being like The Room 50 years before The Room.
No, I agree. There is
Like-
definitely fruit on that loom that we can pick apart.
Like, genuinely, Cards on the Table. That is my favorite movie of all time. Like, I just watched it Friday. Like, I watched it with you on Tuesday, knowing I was gonna watch it on Friday. And I was still fucking down. I've seen this movie like 24 times, but it wasn't just you that was having an off day. I was also just like a sleepy bitch on Tuesday. Like a lot of this weekend for me has just been like sitting around on my ass and like recovering after a busy week, and I was smack dab in the middle of that busy week on Tuesday, so yeah,
That makes me feel a little bit better then. That I wasn't the only one off a little bit.
I told you on Tuesday I was off.
I know, but, you know, I feel like, you know, this is my project, so if anything fucks up or, you know, if this train derails, you know, it's my responsibility as the motherfucker that put it on the train.
Nah, it's a two-man show, and like, you know, if we're both fucking off, we're both fucking off, so moral of the story, we decided to put a pin on Tuesday and shoot again.
We decided to pull the pin and watch it blow up.
More or less, yeah. I feel like that'd have been if we just said fuck it and uploaded the episode as was. Which, in all fairness, might have been, as the kids would say, a Sigma male move. But I think we made the right decision waiting later.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It just felt off. I wouldn't have felt right putting that out. And, you know, 'cause our content's, you know, we appreciate our farmers and our Laura Phoenix. And, but
and
man,
people that clean the dumpsters in Omaha, Nebraska. Eventually, someone's got to go in there and just sort of power wash that thing out every now and again. We cater to that crowd.
and William Hung's legal team probably skirting through this, making sure we're not making any threats.
William Hung, if you don't show up on this show, I swear to God, I will be very sad. You don't want that on your conscience, do you?
She bang.
Look, I'm just saying, if ever there's a moment to actually get him on the show, I hope that's it. William Hung watches it, just... Well, we can't have that. I'm going to arrange a meeting with these gentlemen.
Alright, so Tuesday goes amiss. We do a reschedule for yesterday, Saturday.
Yep.
You know, today as we record, it's Sunday the 15th. So we go to record Saturday. You know, it's a little bit after 5. I'm literally going to lean in like this to hit the fucking record button. You know, I don't know if it timed out quite that perfect, but it was close too.
I'm pretty sure it did, in fact, time out that perfect.
Like it was right before I hit record. I get a text message from my sister, and it's a picture of her with her newborn nephew Kai. He's like, yep, look who showed up early. And that motherfucker wasn't supposed to be here till like the 19th. He said, fuck this shit, I'm showing up a week early. So it's like, alright, we're gonna have to call another audible. We didn't even get to hit record this time.
But in all fairness, out of all the reasons to possibly have to postpone something, that's probably the fucking coolest.
Oh yeah, I got to spend some time a little bit there.
Did you get to go up there?
Yeah, I went up there last night, and I went up there a little bit this afternoon too. Got to hold and spend some time with them.
That kid's ass, dude.
You know, congratulations, Amber and Davon.
Oh yeah, dude, huge congratulations.
Fucking Davon, it's hilarious because he thought he was gonna get to avoid the attention on Father's Day, you know, being right afterwards, and his ass shows up literally the day before, so he's almost getting trolled with Father's Day shit now. I
Oh, that's
love it. It's
really fucking
hilarious. Like,
funny.
if I'd have been thinking on my feet, I'd have showed up with like some khakis and a joke book. Uh,
Oh, fuck, dude, that would have been awesome.
should have a
A fucking
funny man
koozie
Mark
that
Taylor
says
write up.
William? No. A fucking koozie that says women want me, fish fear me. Although, us being a William Hung themed show, weirdly enough, God, we should sell a koozie that says William wants me, fish fear me. I never buy merch affiliated with any of the shit that I'm involved with. I'd buy that.
William Hungamania is something.
Hungamania.
Just because out of context, it's hilarious.
Hungamania's banging wild, brother. Oh god, that would sell really well even if people didn't know it was in fact, I feel like that would sell better if people didn't know that was a William Hung shirt.
There you go, William. There's your idea. We'll let you have it first. We know you watch. But
I genuinely hope that eventually someone in like the William Hung's like the more that these fucking like shorts take off and shit, the more I hope that like his nephew, like Stevie Hung or some shit, you know? Like fucking Carolina Hung stumbles across it, his niece. Just walks up like, Uncle Willie. I like to imagine they call him Uncle Willie. Uncle Willie, look at the funny people with the fucked up lip. They like you. And I like to imagine that William Hung would look down at the phone and after a moment have like a little half smile and be like, hey, they bang.
yeah, they bang.
And then for
They
some
go
reason
crazy.
the Full House theme starts to play, but at that point I know that I'm just being silly. I wish that music cues existed in real life. Solely because
Oh, dude, who you telling?
Solely because of how often I feel like the Full House cue would play in my fucking sitcom of a life.
Like, I don't know if this is off the air before I record it, but you're talking, you're talking about, your role-playing stuff on GTA, and I just went into the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme.
Yup.
Or that's what I was going
I
for anyways.
no,
My
I haven't-
off-key ass.
No, I haven't gone into that. At least not this attempt at the recording yet. But yeah, I guess that's as good a segue as any. To give you folks an idea of how boring my fucking life is, over the past, like, week and some change at this point, I have gotten super into a text-only Grand Theft Auto server. And by text-only, I mean, like, you know, there's no mics or anything, right? People exclusively communicate to each other through text. But this text-only GTA roleplay server. And I ain't even
Okay.
doing anything fucking exciting with my life in that thing, right? So, first couple of days, I load in. I don't know my asshole from a hole in the ground. I don't know any of the commands. I don't know where to fucking go to do anything. What I do figure out pretty quickly is that I am able to combine one of the dance animations with the animation to hold up a bum sign. So within 4 hours of the game, I become a dancing bum on the corner of the street. And as a quick side note, let me tell you, the people in this roleplay server on the streets of Los Santos, not nicer to homeless people than they are in real life, I tell you what. I'll be on there just doing my thing, and there'll be people driving by, not even walking, not even like having to interact with me, simply driving by, notice my presence, and go, well, we can't have that. Reginald, let's pull over the vehicle pull out our firearms and tell this feller what for. But after a few days of this, I'm pretty successful. I make a decent little chunk of change. I can afford my own cab. Start driving a cab around town. Quickly realized the only time I'm making any money isn't when I'm in fact getting, like, someone on my delivery service popping up, but instead someone running up to my car saying, "Hey bro, I'll give you $10K to get me the fuck out of here," and then 20 seconds of driving later, I hear the sirens. So I think to myself, well, this is quite the dangerous gig, and I'd kind of like the money to get my cab a little bit safer before I keep driving it around. Get, like, some actual locks on it. A good, anti-theft system, an alarm. Shit like that. So I think, alright, I'm gonna get myself a nice, safe job at a gas station. And I shit you not. That actually fucking scared me.
Sorry.
You are fine. You are not responsible for how much of a little bitch I am. Holy shit.
I just wanted to have that queued up just for a random.
No, that's fair. Fucking content, brother. So, 2 nights ago, dead ass, I spent 3 hours of my life, IRL, pretending to work at a gas station while I've got just like a YouTube video on my other monitor, right? It is in that moment that I realize it is no longer a want, I need to leave my house more often. Because this is one of the highlights of my week. The next day, this is yesterday, right? No, you're fucking good.
I'm gonna abuse the shit out of this so quickly.
I would expect nothing less.
I'm sorry, Poe.
No, brother, you're fine. I'm laughing too. Fucking yesterday I hop on, right? And I'm like really close to being able to afford all the shit that I need to afford. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go work at this gas station. Fun peek behind the curtain, if I've never mentioned it before on the show. I used to actually work at a gas station. For a little under a year, I worked at a Speedway. So I'm getting, like, weird flashbacks while I'm doing this. And
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm, like, getting weirdly nostalgic, right? So I bury my head in my phone. I don't even remember what the fuck I was doing, but I'm doing some random bullshit. And I look up. And I see these 3 gentlemen in my store surrounding me pointing firearms.
I'm sorry. That's
have
terrible.
nothing to
What
apologize
the
for.
fuck? Are you serious?
So, fun
Milo,
peek
it's
behind
okay.
the curtain again.
It's okay. They're not really here, Milo.
Dog's like, I'll rock 'em. I'll suck 'em. Fucking scrappy new shit. Oh, I love that big chungus dog. So-
He good boy.
Another fun little peek behind the curtain. While I worked at this gas station, and for 3 years afterward, I would have nightmares about being alone, because, like, I worked graveyard shift, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
was in the store by myself.
Yeah, I can get where that'd be a little creepy.
Yeah, like, I would essentially have nightmares where I was Dante in the original Clerks 2, or Clerks 1 ending, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Where, like,
yeah, I
someone
can see
comes
that.
in, just blows my fucking head away, takes the money out the register, and leaves. So here I am, getting to roleplay, legit, one of my top 10 worst fears. And the amount of emotional whiplash that I get here, because on one hand, everything I just said, right? And, you know, the characters are not polite in this scenario. You know, I'm getting fucking robbed.
No, I mean, why would they be polite? Excuse me, give me your money, sir.
But then
French.
the emotional whiplash of it, because, you know, everything's like a text-based server, so there's like a way to, you know, you have like your main in-character chat, and then there's like an out-of-character chat. You do like a little command, and it'll put like parentheses around it and make it a different color to let you know, hey, this isn't the character, this is like the person playing it talking to you, the person playing, you know, that type shit.
Right.
These guys were so fucking nice. Like, just super understanding of the fact that it's like my first week in, helping me understand like what commands I need to be putting in to like properly roleplay the situation. I tried giving him my actual money. I shit you not, the guy who's playing the most aggressive character, I'm legitimately concerned that this guy's gonna blow my head off until he starts like talking to me out of character. He gives me my money back and says, no man, it's cool, you don't have to do all that. And I'm just like, you know the sound from the home, or from the show Home Improvement, you know, just that, I think that sound was created, not for that show, but so 30 years later, it could describe how that felt. That sound effect over, like, a picture of a caveman seeing a Cybertruck for the first time. Three dudes, while I'm being robbed, 3 dudes roll up on motorcycles. One of them happens to be an undercover cop.
Oh, Jesus. Wish I would have saved the horn for that part.
It's okay. It happens to every guy eventually. It's nothing to be ashamed of. We all prematurely do.
Brought to you by Blue Chew.
You want a harder dick for about 3 hours and 48 minutes after you premature in your khakis. Get you some Blue Chew. So yeah, fucking 3 dudes roll up. One of them's an undercover cop. The guys robbing me get fucking spooked. Haul ass, right? The cops are called. I end up having to spend 20 minutes of my actual life filling out a fictional fucking police report. And again, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, maybe grass is something I need to touch more often.
Wow, that's...
the story's not even fucking done yet, dude.
Oh, wow.
So, all this happens, fucking everyone leaves. I decide, you know what? I don't need to be working here right now. Especially since, genuinely, I have no idea if there's any chance of, like, get back happening. There's a lot of gang activity on this Grand Theft Auto server, believe it or not. I was surprised too, but I digress. Wow. I mean, it's a bunch of fucking white kids role-playing gangsters. I just try not to think about it too hard anytime I see someone excessively using the N-word there. Fucking anyway.
I just assume my dad's online.
So, all this shit happens. I get in my car. I just fucking drive off, right? I find a random parking lot, and I'm just like, okay, this has been a lot. I'm gonna, like, order myself food IRL. So, I'm, like, working on ordering food. And that's when the man caught me lacking, your officer. A dude runs up and asks to use my phone. Like a fool, I agree. He snatches my phone and starts to run off. I realize I am being robbed. I get out of my car, and I start to haul ass after him. About a block and a half away, his buddy rolls up on like a dirt bike or some shit. He hops on the back of it, speeds off. I realized that in the amount of time that it would take me to get back to my car, these guys would be fucking gone. I got hoodwinked.
What the fuck?
So I had to go and buy a new phone.
This shit sounds too stressful to me. Like,
Oh, dude, it was in that moment that I realized, I'm gonna have so much fun on this server because this is the day that changed my character's life. And I'm just gonna play him as, like, your typical 48-year-old man now. I'm gonna be a cunt.
he said that like with Danny DeVito confidence. Like, I'm gonna be a man cheetah.
I'm gonna be a cunt.
It's just...
It's great. I'll have one fan depth. The two things my ex-wife told me I always lacked.
I'm gonna use a lot of slurs.
Oh, God. Yeah, so that's been...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, so that's been overwhelmingly what my week's been.
Did I tell you the overwhelming... Well, I don't know about overwhelming, or even if it's irony, or just a fun coincidence, fucking, old Kai just so happens to share a birthday with, the old, Commander-in-Chief himself.
First of all, don't bring beef into this, not when I'm named beefing each other right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't need that kind of association on my beefy name.
My apologies.
Yeah, no, he really does share a birthday with, our president who looks most like a hot dog that's been left on the roller for way too long. It is nice to know that
Man,
kid was
why are we
born-
dogging George W. Bush like that? You know, I mean, he tried so hard to...
He got so far, and in the end, now watch this drive.
Terror. So,
I still, like, maybe once every 2 months will go back and watch that George W. Bush, now watch this drive. Fuck! It is... Like,
what a breath
like,
of fresh air that would be. Like, goddamn, we thought that was tyranny.
I mean, like, it's like we live in a day and an age where, like, Trump could do that and it wouldn't even be, like, a note the day he did it, right?
No.
What, like...
All the crazy-ass shit.
Back in the day, it's like that really was, like, the fucking most cartoony thing a president could have done. Because, like...
Howard Dean did... Oh! And that was fucking it for him.
It really...
What a climate! Like,
he did that shit today, I promise you, he'd have gotten an extra 8%.
oh, yeah, dude, 20 years later, he might have had a chance on with that shit.
Yeah, it turns out that man was a fucking trendsetter. Ahead of his time.
Howard Dean 2028! Oh! Hope you're doing okay, Howard Dean. We're the only podcast in 2025 talking about your biaw ass. I hope you're okay at your milk farm or whatever it is you're doing.
Clef Club, referencing shit that you forgot about 15 years ago. Remember when Dick Cheney shot that guy?
Power hour.
Oh, fuck. Speaking of fucking old memories and shit, I fell down this really fucking interesting rabbit hole that would have been more interesting 15 years ago. Allow me to elaborate on that part first before we get into this wacky conspiracy theory I found. We're delving into that territory today, Cody.
Ooh.
So
I love shit that reminds me of Theory Addict.
I will fucking kill myself right here live on the air. So to begin with, it really is difficult being a fan of conspiracy theories in this day and age, right? Because, I think that there's a healthy amount of people, at least there used to be a very healthy amount of people who were, like, vaguely interested in this kind of shit. They researched it, they thought it was, like, fun to think about, but, like, they didn't actually believe in this shit, right? Or even if they did, it was, like, not to a concerning degree, Like, you meet someone who believes in Bigfoot, and it's usually like, he could exist. And I think it's interesting to look into shit like that, And it's really difficult in 2025 to be able to look at, like, a wacky, out there, goofy conspiracy theory and be able to enjoy it in the same way. Because we're so fucking media illiterate and worn down by internet echo chambers that there's people out there, more people than you'd think, that believe just the wackiest shit imaginable. To the point where...
Sorry.
Like,
I told
no,
you I was
you're
going to
fine.
abuse that.
You are good, brother. Like, to the point where it's a little bit concerning. Like, flat earthers. I feel like that's a pretty good starting point here. It's incredible that as many people believe the earth is flat in the year of our Lord 2025 as there are. And as funny as that is, it's hard to laugh too much because you share a planet with them, like your tax money is going to help dumbasses like that too. Which leads us to this rabbit hole I fell down. And I mean, like, the video that, like, helped show me this rabbit hole was, like, uploaded 2 days ago. This is, like, a very recent thing I've discovered. So, does the name Roy J mean anything to you?
Roy J. I don't think so.
So, Roy J was a British stand-up comedian who only had a 4-year run. He was, like, famous from 1980 to 1984. He is an absolute fucking unknown. That's why you've never heard of him, right?
Yeah, sounds like a pretty brief window to be in the comedy game.
So, there is a 4chan fucking conspiracy theory that this man never existed. That this man is some sort of AI that for some reason is trying to convince all of us that it was real. Why? I'm so happy. Why? I'm so happy you asked. I've seen everything from the government trying to test if they can change history on the fly to it's a fucking demon. And I thought that all of this was silly, goofy nonsense, right? And don't get me wrong, I still do. But then I watched the man's act.
You watched
Again,
what?
I watched the man's act.
Oh, okay.
Like, I watched, like, a set of his that's up on YouTube, right? And, I get it. It's so fucking weird. Like,
I mean, like somebody might have been playing, like, him as a character, like a Tony Clifton kind of thing, or he just straight up...
this is definitely, like, a character that the guy was playing, but I mean, like, the act itself was so bizarre that, yeah, I could get how people would think this is AI. I don't.
Okay.
I don't think it is personally. I think that people just forget how much coke was freely distributed in the 1980s, but like it just the act itself is so fucking bizarre. The mannerisms, the way the guy looks, the fucking delivery itself. I wish I would have thought to, like, shoot you a fucking clip of this guy before we hopped on here so I could, like, have you play that now. But, like, I gotta send it to you after this, because, like, I don't even know how to fucking describe it. The dude's
I got YouTube up. What's it called?
Roy J. ROYJAY. There's a space in between.
Okay, Roy J. Oh, okay. The first thing that comes up is a video by Coop. The thumbnail says, like, Internet Mystery, 4chan Strangest Mystery.
Looking at that right now.
It's like 19 minutes long. There's a video under it that says...
the fourth one down. Roy J on the Bob Monkhouse Show, 1983. That's probably, like, the best example of
that like 8-minute video.
Yeah, like please, for the love of God, don't play the whole 8 minutes. But please,
yeah, I won't.
For the love of God, play like the first minute of it.
I see a new comedian arrive on the scene. The
Yeah,
style is all his own. I'd like you to share that rare pleasure with me now.
And obviously, folks at home, feel free to do the same.
Just figure if I could have the audio going a little bit just so people can hear what we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
What in the world?
Stranger in a black sedan, won't you hop inside my car? I've got candy claws, I'm a traveling man, and I will take you to the nearest star. Hey. Hi, weirdos.
Is he wearing pajamas?
Yep.
And
I
gloves?
used to be schizophrenic, but we're both okay now.
Oh, I can definitely see where people are getting that idea.
Right.
I met a guy outside tonight.
Like, God, what a weird
On his
face.
way to the Olympic Games. I said, are you a pole vaulter? He said, no, German. How did you know my name?
Genuinely good bit.
I boogied on down to the disco. Boogie. You'll all be doing it tomorrow.
No, this...
My brother Spike.
And then you go into the comment section, and, like, there's a lot of, like, more recent comments that are, like, obviously people, but a lot of the old ones definitely give the air of, like, AI-generated comments. In reality, it's just boomers that don't really know how the internet works. You go on to any Facebook thread, and it looks exactly like that. But, like, I definitely... 15 years ago, if I'd have found this, I'd have had so much fun with it. But
This is crazy, kind of. Like,
right?
this seems like something that might work today, sort of. I don't know.
Like it's definitely a gimmick with a shelf life, but yeah, something like this would fucking go hard today.
What the fuck? No, I like what I'm seeing. Just what in the
It's fucking
world?
weird, isn't it?
This is like a Kill Tony bit, but it's fucking cheesier. Like, holy shit, that's weird. All right, I've had enough of that.
No, it is. Like,
No,
15 years ago, I'd have had so much more fun falling down this rabbit hole because I would have felt comfortable that everyone else in the rabbit hole with me was also giggling. You know what I mean?
Like, he kind of looks like a cross between like a young Robin Williams and fucking God, what's his name? The TV hijack in the 80s guy, the fucking...
Max Headroom.
There you go. Thank you.
Fucking... It looks to me like if a Ken doll became a person and then became middle-aged. You know, he has a very doll-like... Like, he looks like he was born in the same hospital as Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, speaking of which, I think we got a chance to talk off air about that docu on Max. We got a chance to check that out a little bit.
Yeah, I got to watch the first half of the first episode of that Pee Wee Herman doc, or I guess the Paul Rubens doc that's
Right.
up on Netflix, and you know I feel like this is gonna
Max, actually.
Max, thank you. There's so many fucking streaming services, Cody.
Oh, yeah. Or I guess it's HBO Max again now.
Whatever the fuck they are, Netflix but blue.
Actually, I think they went back to being black.
I swear to fucking God. How am I supposed to talk about these cocksuckers when nothing about them is fucking consistent? We're HBO Now! Fuck you! We're HBO Max! Fuck you! We're Max! Shit, we can't just be Max! We're HBO Max again! We're black! We're blue! We're black! We're blue! We're Pope's balls! I'm home alone today, so I can get riled up.
Pope's fired up, ready to go.
See you in the shorts, everyone! No fucking way that the AI, whatever the fuck clips this, ain't gonna pick that one up. It's gonna see volume spike and go, no!
Pope's wishing everybody a happy Father's Day by telling y'all to fuck your mother.
Oh yeah, I have no idea if we'll get this up tonight, but fucking happy belated Father's Day, everyone. We're recording this on Father's Day.
Hell yeah.
Actually,
Or, Maury Povich's You Are Not the Father's Day. Equally a good day in some communities.
right, before I get too fucking far off track, I got to start the Pee Wee documentary. I don't even know that he's become Pee Wee Herman yet, where I'm at. I don't know, like, how far in the
Damn, you're early in it.
Yeah, like, I got, like, about halfway through the first episode, right?
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty sure that I paused it, like, right before it got into, like, that's the reason I paused it where I did, because it was like...
it sounds like you hit it right before he started getting to the Pee-wee.
Yeah, which, like, you know, just at the time, I had, like, other shit I had to go into. I think I was watching that, like, before work one day, so... Just like, alright, well, this is a good point to pause this off. It feels like they're about to start getting into the stuff that, like, I'm really interested in, because, you know, huge fucking Pee Wee Herman mark, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I definitely recommend watching it through. It's a good watch.
Like, you know, when I was a little squirt, I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house when I was, like, little, and then, like, I lived there for, like, most of my schooling, right? And they had, like, just all sorts of VHS tapes from, like, I have an aunt and uncle who are, like, only, like, 7, 8 years older than me, so I had all sorts of, like, old VHSs lying around from there, right? Shit ton of Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
was fucking raised on Pee Wee Herman, and if I had $1 for every time I have said that and someone has responded with some variation of that makes sense, we'd have a claymation animation intro too.
It's time for a penny cartoon, bitches.
Oh, dude, I have actually been spending a shit ton of time.
So are these
looking...
like, these tapes like episodes of Pee-wee's Playhouse, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They'd be like, you know, a VHS with like 3 episodes of Pee-wee's Playhouse on each of them, and like, we only had 4 of the VHSs, so in actuality, my childhood, until they started airing that shit on Adult Swim for that little while that they did, what a glorious time to be an insomniac, but I digress. So, like, as a kid, I didn't even know that Pee-wee did movies until I was in, like, high school and shit. But those 12 episodes across those 4 tapes, I watched the fuck out of those.
Oh yeah, like him being the hotel receptionist in one of those Cheech and Chong movies. Like he's basically doing Pee Wee Herman there.
Oh, 100%. God, I popped so fucking hard for that the first time I saw that movie. Like, being as into Pee Wee Herman as I was and not knowing that that was coming.
God, what was that one superhero movie he was in like the late 90s that Ben Stiller was the star of?
I don't remember. I was just thinking about that movie the other day, though. Just because I remember, like, I didn't know about that movie until, like, a couple years ago, and then one of my buddies told me that there was a movie where fucking Paul Rubens and Kel Mitchell were in the same flick. Brother, I don't think I've ever rushed to see a movie so fast in my life.
Mystery Men.
Yeah, that was it.
Thank you, Google machine.
Well, that shit was great. Or, you ever... God, what was the name? Pushing Up Daisies, I think the show was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pushing Daisies. That was
Pushing
the name of the
Daisies,
show.
okay.
You ever hear of a show called Pushing Daisies?
I've heard of it. Like, was it like?
It was.
When was it on?
It was on from 2007 to 2009 on ABC.
Okay.
It unfortunately ended on a huge fucking cliffhanger. It got canceled. So I can't really suggest the show in good consciousness, because I, to this day, am fucking furious it ended where it did. But Paul Rubens plays a reoccurring character on there, where, like, it is just incredible to me how good this guy was at, like, playing weird fucking characters, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, this fucking character's whole thing was, like, Pushing Daisies is like a show about solving murders and shit, right? Like, the main character is able to, like, bring someone back to life by poking them.
Okay,
then,
I thought it was like a gimmick like that.
Yeah, and then he touches them again and they're dead for good. He can only keep someone alive for an hour, or for a full minute. Otherwise, someone else around him is gonna croak. And he ends up, like, the whole hook of the show is, like, in the first episode, he, like, meets up with his childhood crush, who is fucking dead. He brings her back, and it's, like, a giant love story where, like, they can't fucking touch. It's kind of like the main hook of it. But, you know, Paul Rubens plays this character who's, like, renowned for being able to, like, smell anything. He's got, like, the world's greatest sniffer ever. He can smell a perfume and tell you exactly what's in it, right? And he's able to tell that, like, something's off about the chick because she smells dead to him, because he has a sense of enough. And it's just, like, it's such a weird character that shouldn't, like, really be memorable, other than being, like, kind of weird and quirky, but fucking Paul Rubens doesn't know how to half-ass a role. So it's actually, like, outside of it being goddamn Pee Wee Herman, it's, like, genuinely my favorite side character in the show.
Like, that's why he's so cool. Like, even if it's something that does not deserve, like, the seriousness, like, he treats every role like it's a fucking Shakespearean calling.
That's what I was just sitting there thinking. The man's like a Shakespearean actor, but twirling a crack pipe.
Like, I was just watching Kevin Smith talking about George Carlin, and even and how serious he took the role as the hitchhiker in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. He came at Kevin Smith with a very... It's like,
oh, I bet he came at Kevin Smith. And then
it's like,
Kevin
now question.
Smith came at him in the car.
It's like now I've got a serious question. He's like, I bet you do. It's like, now when I'm talking about the rules of the road, do I really believe this shit, or am I just fucking with these guys? He's like, George, you're already giving this way more thought than I ever did. Well, it's like, you know what? We'll just go with you really do believe these rules of the road. That's what I thought. That's how I'll play it.
That makes me so fucking happy. I keep wanting to go back and watch all the old, like, Kevin Smith sit down fucking theater interview type things that he did.
He actually talked about Jersey Girl in that same talk too, because like he had a whole backstory for like why he was angry in that movie. He's like, I'm not actually going to say any of this in the movie, but just so you know, that's what I'm thinking the whole time. Just the whole sad backstory about like a kid who doesn't talk to him and shit like that.
I love that. I will again say Jersey Girl, probably one of Kevin Smith, like, easily top 5 Kevin Smith movie.
I half-assed forgot Carlin was in it. Like, now I want to go back and give that a rewatch. I feel like it deserves it.
Dude, not only is Carlin in it, but, like, the reason Carlin is in it is because Kevin Smith's dad loved the shit out of George Carlin.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, he basically cast, like, his dad's favorite actor to play his dad.
It would be like if we got William Hung for the 50-episode spectacular.
It'd be like if we got William Hung to play Uncle Hector. Uncle
Flippy-doo! Flippy-doo! I flip crazy.
He flip! Opponent, yes he did.
Oh, my friend, know the law rider.
God, I would pay.
That's racist for like 3 reasons.
I would pay far more money than I'm willing to admit to see William Hung hit a motherfucker with the Three Amigos. Complete with the shoulder shimmy at the end. I know that we're still like several months early, but the other night I was sitting down thinking about how it's been almost fucking 20 years since Eddie Guerrero died.
God,
like,
that is crazy.
This year is gonna be 20.
God, that's right. 2025, 2005. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't even really remember, like, what got me, like, down the rabbit hole. I just, I think it was literally just, like, I saw a picture of, like, fucking Rey Mysterio, and was like, huh, man. You know, I'm really happy that Eddie's kid's doing well.
I did see somewhat recently, fucking Dominic visited Eddie's grave and put the Intercontinental title on the headstone and took a picture.
I thought that was rad as shit. Man, there's something to fucking bring up on the show, because you're probably more knowledgeable about this shit than I am. What the fuck's going on with AAA?
What?
Like, are they basically just like NXT Mexico now, or what the fuck's up with that?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if they've still been, like, producing shows. Like, are just WWE's helping front the bill, or like, what's going on with it?
Like,
they're gonna do more shows like Worlds Collide, or
like,
I don't know.
I mean, like, from what I'm seeing, they bought out AAA.
Oh, like, yeah, they did.
Like, I saw, like, a list of dudes that, like, now have WWE contracts that rolled over from AAA. Real upset to see fucking Alberto Del Rio at the top of that list.
They haven't used him on WWE shit yet, like, and they took the title off of him immediately.
Yeah, like, I understand that he's literally only there because, like, he was there when they bought the company, but you know, I still wasn't thrilled to see that name at the very top of the list. I was also low-key, fucking heartbroken to see that they signed El Hijo del Vikingo. Viking, have you seen this guy work?
Oh, dude, yeah. Fucking, he may have been, that AEW Blood and Guts I went to a couple years ago, Little Caesars. He may have wrestled on that show. I'm not 100% sure.
He might have. Genuinely one of my favorite, like, I don't keep up with wrestling anymore, right? I'll occasionally Google Vikingo just to see, like, what fucking shit he's come up with recently, right? Like, what cool spot did he find and what neat venue to jump off of?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, this is such a selfish reason to be upset that someone got signed to a major fucking company where he will probably be able to feed his family for the rest of, like, at least for the next, like, couple of decades and be smart with his fucking money off of this. However, the Fed only runs shows in arenas. That limits the amount of cool shit that this man has to jump off of to, like, WrestleMania when they actually give a fuck about the set. And I guess if they do tribute to the troops again, he could do a Hurricane Rana off a fucking tank. Which, admittedly, I would pop huge for. But, like, I'm gonna really miss seeing him make a fucking shitty indie arena look really cool by finding the one badass parkour spot. Like, that was always a highlight of me.
I get it.
Like, I had, like, fucking... I'm sure this name's gonna ring a bell, but there's this guy on YouTube, like, BDWJ or some shit like that. It's like BDWJ 1987. He does, like, a bunch of compilations of just, like, cool fucking YouTube moves and shit. You might not recognize the channel. I would be amazed if, like, you've never seen one of his fucking videos, right?
I may have.
I'd watch his shit just to, like... knowing that there would be a Vikingo spot in there. Because Vikingo works the indies. And that's where this guy gets most of his footage from. And it would always be him hitting some cool fucking flippy-doo spot off of some, like, area of the arena where it just looked really cool.
I used to, like seeing clips of Darby Allin hit his coffin drop from weird-ass spots in different venues.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, that's, like, the reason I didn't want... Like, even when I was a big AEW guy, like, I never wanted Vikingo to sign full-time.
Right.
Like, exact same reason. It's like, as much as I want to see these guys do well, I also want to feel like the spirit of Backyard Wrestling 2, There Goes the Neighborhood, is still alive. You know what I mean?
I get it. It's like, you know, if you have a band that you're really into, like, you want them to be successful, but you kind of don't want them to fucking sell out to a major label.
Right. Like, I want this guy to do well. I also want to be able to see him for, like, $20.
Yeah, oh, God, yeah, you ain't kidding.
Yeah, like,
John Cena's a real heel for pricing me out of my birthday show.
No fucking kidding, dude. Like,
no, this week, SmackDown's going to be in Grand Rapids this week, and normally when Raw or SmackDown's in town, I try to get a ticket. Dude, nosebleeds start at fucking $90.
Fuck that.
No, WWE ticket prices have gotten fucking insane in recent days.
In general, have gotten insane. Like,
this is true.
TKO fucking taking over and jacking up all the prices has not helped. There is a significant amount of that is on the Fed, but ticket prices in general, for anything bigger than, like, the Machine Shop, are fucking insane with, like, Ticketmaster and fucking Live Nation and all that shit.
That's what sucks, is that, like, most of the time, like, the artist or the venue, they really don't have much control over that shit.
No, they don't. They have no fucking... Because, like, a lot of the times, like, an artist signs with a label has an exclusive deal to, like, work their artist through, like, Live Nation and Ticketmaster. If the venues want to be able to book the major fucking acts, they've got to run their events through Live Event and Ticketmaster. And the ones who don't usually fucking end up having to sell up to Live Nation or Ticketmaster. The Roosevelts are spinning in their fucking graves, Cody. The Roosevelts are spinning in their fucking... We don't need no Hoover Dam. We just need to hook up a couple generators to the Roosevelt's ribs. Somewhere out there, up in the clouds, Teddy Roosevelt has snapped his fucking halo in half, and he's throwing clouds around, screaming about monopolies. Jesus is sitting there looking at God going... Jesus is sitting there looking at God going, should we do something about that? And God's sitting there going, no. No, I'm impressed. I didn't know they could flip the clouds like that, son. No, we're gonna let the... I could do something about it. I know who the fuck I am, don't forget, but...
We got a sneezing cat behind me.
Oh, good.
It's just...
Ghost kitty.
That's a floating zombie. He's been hanging out the whole time. He's on the head of this He's on the head of this couch here.
I was wondering whose ass I was seeing float in and out of view.
That's a big boy zombie. That's James and Jenny's cat.
Aw, good kitty.
Yeah, he's been really attached to me lately. Like, because I fucked up. I carried him back to the bedroom with me. He's like, yeah, you're napping with me.
Nope, you bombed him now.
Yeah, he took that as, okay, this is my room now, and you're my dude now.
Yep, you bonded now. You gotta deal with it.
God damn it, what have I done?
God, I wish so badly that I was not allergic to both cats and fucking dogs. Not the right time for that, kid. Like, just because, I don't know, man, the older I get, the more I've accepted that, like, I'm just never gonna have the social life that I had in my 20s. You know, I'm in my 30s now. That's just not gonna happen anymore. Everyone I know is also in their 30s and has, like, fucking responsibilities. So the older I get, the more I'm just like, okay, I'd love to have a dog.
Oh,
just so that way I could have one fucking person that's looking forward to seeing me every day, you know?
Oh, dogs are awesome. Like, pets are awesome in general, but, like, dogs are fucking cool.
And, for the longest time, that just wasn't an option here, because under the old owners, like, you couldn't have dogs. You could have a cat, but
right.
a dog. And now, like, my allergies are fucking worse than ever, especially with dogs.
That sucks.
But they're allowed here. And my next door neighbor's got this big old fucking fat sausage dog, and every time I see him, all I can think is, I want to walk you. I want to walk you. Wish I had.
No, I get it, man.
Like, I'd settle for a fish. I have genuinely thought about trying to, like,
So it's like your place getting a little more chill about dogs in general, I guess, or?
Oh yeah, there are like so many people here that have a dog, have like 2 dogs, and like big dogs too.
Well, yeah, fuck that shit then. Get a dog.
I mean, I'm just with my allergies, you know?
That's fair.
That's my hang up. I keep thinking, like, I've got this giant fucking mattress behind me that's literally just taking up space. If I can figure out how to work it, I would love to have that be, like, the aquarium part of my room.
Oh, shit, yeah, that'd be dope.
Like, I have wanted to, like, have a proper aquarium since I was a little kid. I might not know a whole lot about fish or nothing like that, but I've always thought they were, like, just the fucking coolest, you know? Like, you go to a doctor's office or some shit and they got a fish tank, all of a sudden, I don't give a fuck that I'm in the doctor's office anymore, as long as mommy lets me sit down and look at the fishies for a little bit.
Dude, it's mesmerizing as hell.
It is, dude. It's so fucking cool. Just, like, watching...
They're in their own little world, but, like, they're watching your big, dumb, floating ass outside the tank.
Right, yeah. And, you know, there's, like, some kinds of fish you can get where they'll, like, they're smart enough to, like, recognize you, and that you means the food. So they're, like, excited to see you. And you know that they're just thinking that they're gonna get fed, but, you know, you can lie to yourself and say, they love me.
Yeah. You know, and some fish...
I love that.
You know, just like people, some fish might be racist.
You know, I did have a dogfish that wouldn't stop barking at my black neighbor once. I I should have seen that coming, but weirdly enough, I didn't.
just like the mailman.
Damn. Hi, Dad.
I don't know why that's so fucking fun to me, but it is.
And I need to think to fucking set up. Like, I've got, like, an actually... Well, I'm not gonna say actually decent. I've got, like, I paid money for it soundboard on my computer.
Okay.
You ever heard of Voice Mod?
No.
So, like, the main gimmick of it is, like, it's a voice modulation app. Where they've got, like, a fucking monthly subscription, or you can just pay the fucking $40 to have it.
Okay.
They've got, like, all sorts of fun little voice modulators and shit like that in it. But they've also got, like, a soundboard, attached into it, right?
Oh, fun.
I actually don't know if I've ranted about this on stream, so here's a fun little tale. Whole reason I got it, like, 6 months ago now, I was really into this game called Holdfast. Imagine Call of Duty with muskets. Where you could have 150 people in a match, but the combined IQ of the server never quite reaches that number. It's great. It's a whole bunch of fucking dumbasses running around with muskets, right?
Hell yeah.
And
USA. I
actually usually wound up playing as France, weirdly enough. I actually don't think America was an option in that game, but anyway, one of the things that cracked me the fuck up, was that, you know, like, you'd have, like, all of the different roles of, like, a military back then, which included, like, a fucking drummer boy. And it always cracked me up whenever a drummer boy would be there just spamming, like, music through their mic.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, alright, I'm gonna fucking hop in on this. So I downloaded this shit specifically so I could play, like, fucking Banjo-Kazooie music while we're all killing each other with muskets, right?
Oh, okay.
But then I find a voice modulator that I like. It makes me sound like a fucking Speak and Spell. So I renamed myself in the game DJ Speak and Spell. And I had a go-to bit that would crack me the fuck up every time. I'd run in, and I wouldn't be talking to motherfuckers at first, right? I'd just be, like, playing my Banjo-Kazooie music, yap-da-da-da. And, like, this wasn't the kind of game where people would get, like, upset by that. They always loved it when someone showed up with music. It beat the fuck out of loud-ass musket fire.
Yeah, right.
So sometimes, you know, I'd be there, shit would be getting hot and heavy, and all of a sudden someone would go, "Hey, DJ, can you play something a bit more intense?" And in my Speak and Spell voice, I would respond with, "More intense song coming up." Or some shit like that, right? I'd, like, fucking speak like that to, like, get the inflections where I wanted them.
Right.
And without doubt, every single time, I'd be there with, like, I could be there with 3 dudes. I could be there with, like, a battalion. Everyone around, holy shit, he actually sounds like a fucking Speak and Spell. And I would become the team mascot. They would be morose if I got shot. When I first started playing this character, I wasn't DJ Speak and Spell. I was General Throat Cancer at first. I stopped that because I stopped that because there was a guy who genuinely thought that I had throat cancer, and I was like,
Aww.
well, this is fucking awkward. Let me go for Speak and Spell.
Yeah.
I'm in love with y'all up top.
Oh shit! No, I don't know what happened there. A different clip started playing.
The Catalina wine mixer, Jerry. But back when I was fucking General Throat Cancer, I got to hear one of the funniest lines I've ever heard. I'm out there doing my thing, catch a fucking musket ball right between the eyes, and I hear, "Throat cancer, no! We'll have had you, throat cancer! We'll have had..." And then it respawned me. And I'm just fucking wheezing. "We'll have had you, throat cancer!" Oh, buddy, I was fucking dying. Of throat cancer.
We gotta aspire to be something. Oh, I did it again. I played a Hannibal Buress clip on accident.
Just him on repeat, whack.
Whack. Whack. Oh, man.
Big yawn there.
Ah.
I mean, shit, bud. That's about all I've got.
Yeah, I mean, that was something, man. I completely forgot where we were for a second. I got kind of derailed by that shit and Hannibal Buress throwing me off. And
Pope Brandon Bronson. ... That was something, folks. Gotta put that on a fucking business card and shove it up my ass, walk down the street.
You doing anything good? Oh, sorry, what?
Shove that up my ass, start walking on my hands, ask people to take my card.
I heard that's going to be from the federal government, some of the new policies of issuing IDs now.
I don't even have a bit for that. It's just,
Yeah, I don't know. I tried.
yeah, I can see. No, it's just I can see it, and that's the sad thing.
I thought I had something there. As it turns out, no, I do not.
U.S. government 2025.
Fucking.
Oh, we had something there, but shit.
You know how happy I am to be home in LA? You don't understand, you guys.
I keep on playing random stand-up, and I don't mean to do that.
Episode 5.
It keeps doing it. Motherfucker. Okay.
Alright, the episode's unraveling.
Yeah, it would not be an episode close without the shit show completely derailing here. That's usually how we fucking do.
The audio cues are fucking up. My lungs have decided to mutiny.
God damn it.
It's cold in Topeka.
You doing anything on Twitch?
Shit, dude, I've barely been streaming, but I have been telling myself I need to hop back on more soon, so... Yeah, twitch.tv/PopeBrandonBronson. I'm gonna try and be on more this week than I've been, like, the last 3.
Twitch.tv/NotDrLeedy. I probably won't do anything, but if I am, I'll be playing 2K or Hitman.
Hey, Baba Booey.
Baba fucking Booey. Follow us on those things, or don't follow us, whatever. I don't need your fucking pity follows. Fuck you.
Follow me on the street. I get lonely. Engage
For
me
Pope
in conversation.
For Pope Brandon Bronson, I am Cody Leedy. This is Clef Club!
Restless warrior, just to be with you.
Did you actually find William Hung singing fucking Aladdin?
No, it's Lion King.
Fuck, you're right. So does he just like have a fucking Disney album out?
It's from his first album, Inspiration. It does have some Disney covers on it.
I was really hoping he just had like a Disney album out. I'd pay money to hear him do Under the Sea.
William Hung, please come on the show.
I am begging. William Hung, let me produce for you, bro.
Come on, William.
Come on, dude. I ain't got shit better to do. I don't know what you got going on, but like, I'm free. We're free.
For William Hung, Cody Leedy, Brandon Bronson, see you next time. Later, Pope.
Later, buddy.